Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we have episode 6 of Evolve that just premiered on Tubi last night. I'm surprised we're already up to episode 6. I mean, it feels like it just started a couple days ago. It feels like, or a couple weeks, I guess. I guess weeks just make a little bit more sense, but yeah, we're on episode 6. This one actually was like one of those ones that looked like it was going to be really small because it was only three matches, but they ended up making that singles match in the middle a eight-man tag match, which ended up being a lot different than what it looked like it was going to be. So yeah, we start off with Javier versus Riley Osborne. Now this is my least favorite part of like Evolve, and I harp on this every Evolve video that I do. It's just why have a NXT talent versus an NXT talent? Now Javier, I guess, has been hurt a lot of the time, so like it's a little bit different, but we don't need this. We need to have the ID talent and the people that are not been shown up on it. I know Riley Osborne was part of Chase U, and that's a whole nother thing if you, like to really discuss the fall of Chase U, because it feels like that faction, because of a failed push for Ridge Holland, is just really derailed a lot of people's careers. But in particular, Riley Osborne is going to be here. I don't have a problem if he stays here and like that's kind of how it goes, but like it's one of those things where it's like it feels like it's just two NXT people facing each other, and I feel like other people should be getting the limelight, the camera work. But the match itself I thought was okay. It was kind of lackluster on Javier's part, but I think that's part of like his story that's going. Don't really necessarily know why we need that right here, so I'm putting it in C. I think Riley Osborne's wrestling would definitely be like an B, almost towards an A, and then the other stuff kind of dragged it down to a C. It was still pretty decent. I could see the vision and see what they're doing on the show, but wasn't a huge fan of it. Then we had the giant eight-man tag match, which was Cappuccino Jones, Jack Cartwheel, Draco Knox, and I forgot the other guy's name. It's one of the newer guys. I don't think has he had a match yet? I don't think so. And then against Swipe Right, Jackson Drake, and the other really big dude with the long hair. I normally remember all these people's names a lot better than a lot of the other wrestling ones, but this one I just spacing. But man, this was a phenomenal eight-man tag match where it's one of those things where everybody had a lot of good highlights and really did a lot of great spots on there. I couldn't even tell you who I would put as the MVP because I really like Jack Cartwheel of what he was doing. Obviously, all the heels with Swipe Right and like Jackson Drake were just they were doing good stuff out there with like in-ring work, just kind of like even just the taunting and stuff that they were doing. It's like almost that they have their own faction now, which is, them four plus Zeta Steel. I'm kind of cool with that. It's a cool little aspect. It's kind of like all the heels banding together, and I kind of want to see where this goes. I feel like this match was just really, really good. I would put four like the Evolve thing. Remember, we kind of rate the matches where it's like we know this isn't like a five-star match anywhere else, but for this show, I thought it was one of the best matches that we've had so far since that six-man tag match from the first match with half the people that are in this, well, not half, almost all the people that were in that match. I think these are the people to really focus on. These eight guys are phenomenal workers, and we need to be seeing more of them, especially some of like, well, we Swipe White actually got onto NXT, like, so yeah, we need more of this. This is what the show is all about. Then we had the main event, which was Kylie Armstrong versus Danny Palmer. Honestly, like this one also was really cooking. Like they really have good strength work against each other. Kylie Armstrong just looks absolutely like a beast out there. Like can just absolutely nail that lariat that she did, where she like winded up going rope to rope and just absolutely tossed her like it was nothing. It was great. I feel like this match definitely deserved the main event. It was definitely a good match to like highlight how well the women's division is just in general in NXT and in this. So yeah, it's stacked, and we can see how it is. I definitely put this in the A match. I think like they could have definitely used a little bit more time, a little bit more back and forth. I think would have definitely could have got this match a little bit higher. But when you have an 8-man tag match, I think that probably ate up a lot of the time. Not to mention all the different promos and stuff that they did. But I thought pretty good. I mean, I feel like the women's division's pretty solid on the show in general. The men's division is coming there. I think like they definitely have like the people that were in the 8-man tag match definitely have the most. Plus Carter, Kavion Carter, or Carver. Those like 9 guys are definitely pretty solid, and then the rest of it's just kind of filled in because a lot of it's just like NXT people or people that were from the old Evolve, and I think like all of it could have. Definitely use a little bit more time, but I'm really excited to see what they've been doing. I definitely feel like this show in general was an A. I think I prefer the first episode over all the other ones, and then I think I'd put episode a 6 right here as the second best episode. I think it definitely was. Even with this match, it's just I think part of it is like it's hard for me to want to rate these matches when these two have a lot more time in the ring and a lot more time for NXT, so they should be putting on a really good match. And I felt a little disappointed compared to the other ones. Honestly, if this match was maybe a little bit shorter or a little bit more one-sided to just let Riley Osborne do a lot more what she was already doing really good, that could have possibly brought that up. But I'd put the show in an A. Definitely put it as the second best one so far. Tell me if you guys are watching Evolve. I think it's been a pretty fun show altogether, and I've been enjoying watching it. So if you guys are watching it or want to discuss it, or if you're just catching up on these videos, tell me below. Yeah. Until next time. Geez, what's going on? This has been Japan. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.